Hi, my name's Chloe, and I'm going to be reviewing The Silence Between Songs, the album by Madison Beer. And this is Pepper. She might be making another appearance. Just depends on what she wants. So Madison Beer has been in the music industry for almost a decade, if not over a decade now. However, she's only been releasing independently since 2018 when she left her old record label and released her first album, As She Pleases. Her most recent album, Silence Between Songs, is her best work to date. Her growth as a writer, a vocalist, and all around as an artist is so prevalent here. So Spinnin' is the first song, and that is actually the song that she named her 2024 tour after. I got to go to the New Orleans performance of this show, and a lot of my opinions on the songs and the overall album have been influenced by me seeing her live because she is honestly an amazing performer. Anyway, but the one thing about Madison Beer is her production will always be outstanding. A friend of mine and I will talk about this all the time, but her lyricism is not always the most complex. Oftentimes it's very simple, but she makes up for that by her outstanding vocals and her amazing production style. Spinnin' is a guitar waltz with lots of vocal layering in it. The song narrates what it's like to feel like you're drowning in your own life, saying, "Did the world stop spinning or did I?" The next song, Sweet Relief, is a poppy, sexy song. When I saw her perform this song live, it was one of her most vocally intense songs. Rather than singing the typical melody, she jumps the octave and adds seemingly effortless runs. It was probably one of the best vocal performances I've ever seen. Envy the Leaves is a mid-tempo song about how Beer envies the leaves because they don't have to be aware of the world around them. She says, "Why don't we lie and act like the best is yet to come?" The last 60 seconds is what really sets this song apart though. Rather than completing the song with a soft flowing melody that you'd expect, drums suddenly start to accompany her many vocal layers. After reading her memoir, 17 is a surprisingly really sad song. Beer is undoubtedly an extremely beautiful woman, and having been in the public eye since she was 13, it's no surprise that she's been sexualized for quite some time. In the opening lines, she says, "17, I can't recall a thing. I cry for help, but no one's ever listening. My life moved faster than the speed of sound. I wish I could go there now and slow down." When I saw Ryder performed live, there was not a dry eye in the room. The song is about her brother, Ryder, who is several years younger than her. Because her parents helped Beer pursue her music career, Ryder had to be pulled from his schools and moved across the country to LA with his family. Beer says she didn't realize the impact her success had on his life until she was an adult. The chorus to the song goes, "Just two kids caught in the crossfire. Close your eyes, I know you're so tired. Just kids, you and I know it's hard sometimes, but you'll be all right. We'll be all right." When she played this song, the screen played a montage of photos and videos from her and Ryder from childhood up until now, which definitely added to the heavy emotions in the room. The song Nothing Matters But You is a love letter to Beer's fans. She starts the song by saying, "I don't know how I survived before I met you." She's always been really open about her mental health and how it's been affected by the music industry, but performing always makes it worthwhile when she's able to see the impact her music has on people. On Instagram, when she posts pictures of her tour, she rarely ever posts videos or pictures of her performing. It's always pictures of the audience or people crying or her hugging her fans. The next song is I Wonder. I really like the instrumentals to this song. It features a walking bass line that isn't often in modern music anymore. The lyricism is simple and abstract, so it doesn't really stand out from the rest. At Your Worst is the most heartbreaking song on the album. Beer is essentially talking to her past self, saying, "I hope I never hate myself the way I know you hate yourself. It hurts to see you hurt, the only one who loves you at your worst," as in herself. She talks about her depression between the ages of 16 and 21 and how she's doing better now, but still remembers the dark times from only a couple of years ago. Showed Me is the debut single for this album. Again, this song has a jazzy feel to it, especially when mixed with Beer's breathy and sensual lower register. Home to Another One is probably my favorite pop song on the album. It has a really cool guitar solo, upbeat drums, and a dreamy harp over a majority of the verses. It talks about still being in love with someone even though they go home to another one. Dangerous is one of my all-time favorite songs. The only instruments in the song are piano and violin, and her voice just fits so beautifully with this style of ballad. It's a really tragic song about being left behind without knowing why. The chorus goes, "Tell me the truth, what did I do? Look at me, why can't I see? No, it can't be this easy to let me go." Her voice contains so much emotion and meaning you can practically hear her pain in the abandonment. Another single from the album is Reckless. This song came out several years ago and features a storybook or music box kind of vibe. It's a literal narrative, starting with the line, "This is a story I hate, but I'll tell it anyway." The lyrics and melody are both very simple, but it's effective for what she's trying to get across. The title track, Silence Between Songs, is unfortunately the weakest song on the album. I will admit the song's grown on me a lot, but it just is nowhere near her best work. I find it kind of cheesy, honestly. It talks about how lonely she feels during the silence in between songs when she's listening to music, but how there's meaning in each gap of time. The concept is cool, but towards the end she says, "Listen close to the silence after this song," and it just didn't land with me. The final song on the album is my favorite song that Madison Beer has ever released. It's by far the best on the album as well. King of Everything is such a powerful ballad, and she fills her voice with so much emotion it's impossible to not listen. There's an amazing key change in it as well that she sings through flawlessly. The chorus reads, "Baby, you're the king of everything, building castles in the sand that crumble in your hands. Baby, you're the king of everything, and right now you're the man, but no one gives a damn. When the rain comes pouring down to wash away your crown, you're the king of nothing now." She ends the song with a 35-second piano outro. When the violin and harp join in at the end, it's such a perfect and beautiful way to end an album. Madison Beer is one of my favorite singers and celebrities, not only because of her music, but because of her openness about her struggles. Being able to see her as a person allows me and thousands of other people to connect with her and her music even more. I hope that soon she gets the recognition she deserves.